somewhere in the middle is the constitutional republic called the United States of America, where all people have one uniting common bond, and that is freedom. And they had better not have the propensity to give it up. For the opposite of freedom is enslavement. Without freedom, you are enslaved. So why are these people working toward that end? Well, for the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to read Hegel. And I know that most of you have never heard the name before. Asking you to go to your library and look for Hegel's works, which are for the most part tedious and hard reading, but nevertheless will awaken in you the understanding of how you are manipulated by creating clashes between groups and ideas and peoples and races and religions in order to further the conspiracy of the Illuminists. United we stand, united with freedom under responsibility, working toward the furtherance and the maintenance of freedom with responsibility, we can remain free. Allowing ourselves to be divided and pitted against each other is the sure road to enslavement. And that's the road that we are on right this moment. All of these peoples who have been duped continue to play a prominent but minor role in the conspiracy. As a result of it, they have leaped quite literally from the frying pan into the fire, from the ghetto to the concentration camp and its gas chamber and incinerator, and those things are coming again here in America. Unless we wake up and stop it. In the conspirators' plan for effecting a dictatorship, the device of wiping out individuality through regimentation into organizations dominated by themselves, in which the so-called faceless rank and file are denied any voice, has been relied upon heavily. Today, people unite behind the phony philosophy of political correctness, thinking that they are doing themselves a favor, ducking the truth and inventing lies to sound good and feel good rather than face the truth. And so they deny themselves any voice. The key organizations in this regimentation have been labor unions, political parties, from the very beginning, the control of labor has been one of the first goals dictated by Adam Weishaupt. And the poor members of the unions don't even understand what's going on, for their leaders hobnob in the same clubs with the management that they oppose. Anyone can write for and obtain a list of membership at the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission and see that right along with the scions of industry and the great heads of corporations are sitting the leaders of the labor unions and the labor movement. Great friends, all working toward the same goal. One world, utopian, totalitarian, socialist government. For control of labor, ladies and gentlemen, implies control of the bulk of the populace and control of virtually all production and services. Our industrial base is being destroyed to break up any hope that the common worker in this country will have any political power. And our great industrial base is being changed to a service-based economy, which always pays low wages. Industry has moved out of the United States of America under NAFTA and GATT, to places where they don't have to pay anybody hardly anything. And so begins the decline of the standard of living of the freest people who've had the greatest opportunity in the history of the world. These conspirators have assured themselves control of the earnings and wealth of the workers and enabled them to levy a special tax for the privilege of working, for their own private enrichment, and for the further financing of the conspiracy. It has also given the conspirators a weapon with which to blackmail on an unlimited scale under the pretense of welfare, health funds, and pensions, and an endless array of devices which they promise you and you contribute to and your employer contributes to, and then when it comes time to retire, you find those funds have gone, disappeared, they're not there anymore. And so you go back to fall upon the old reliable Social Security, live in a hovel and eat cat food in your old age, until finally your children house you in the old folks' home, out of sight, out of mind, and there you wait to die. Like the knights of medieval times, the conspirator labor leaders represent that they are protecting labor while exploitating, despoiling, looting, and blackmailing the workers. These illuminists, ladies and gentlemen, carefully hide from their victims that the regimentation in unions is the initial stage of the conspiracy and establishes the framework of the organization that spells their actual enslavement when the ultimate goal of dictatorship is attained. And the people who are in these unions don't even understand that these unions began as secret societies, extensions of the lodges of the Illuminati, with their secret esoteric rites of initiation and all of the other trappings of the sacrifice in the grove and the worship of the moon and the sun and the stars. They don't even know their own history. Not even the most rabidly radical of the conspirators among the labor leaders dares deny that the workers of Soviet Russia were reduced to slavery through unionization, exactly as planned by Adam Weishaupt and his followers, Roosevelt and Marx. Roosevelt is the one who began the enslavement of the American people under socialism with his New Deal, promising people something for nothing. And these blithering idiots, not understanding that the government doesn't have anything that it can give to the people that doesn't first come from the people and that isn't on the way from the people to the government and back to the people, robbed and depleted by the great bureaucracy which serves it. They would have been better off if they'd have kept their money in their own community. You see, Weishaupt was a master criminal of the type that appears at rare intervals in world history. You think Hitler was bad. You think Hitler had a perverted mind. You think Hitler was a dark genius in history. Study Adam Weishaupt. For it is Adam Weishaupt's Order of the Illuminati under the Tool Society that brought Hitler to power in Germany. Hitler was just another puppet, ladies and gentlemen. Weishaupt, the master criminal, who alone can aspire to attaining mastery over the world by their utter ruthlessness and rule it as one world, their own world, the Order of the Illuminati that he created, the great organization of criminals. They aspire to attaining mastery over the world by utter ruthlessness, to rule it as one world, their own world. And their allegiance, their loyalty is only to their order, only to their secret esoteric religion, only to the furtherance and completion of their great plan. Weishaupt operated as a prince of confidence men. He undertook to convince all elements of society that they would reap vast benefits, all that they desired from his conspiracy, which was cynically designed to betray them all. Workers who were to be enslaved, employers who were to be looted and ruined, rulers who were to be overthrown and executed, clergymen whose religions were to be wiped out. And all of it is happening today in front of your eyes, and you still cannot recognize that this is the culmination, the fruition of a plan brought about centuries ago. You think that it is accidental. Don't you think that if everything was happening by accident, that at least some of it would happen in our favor? By the cell type of organization of the conspiracy, Weishaupt undertook to prevent the segregated groups from learning that all of them were to be betrayed instead of being led to salvation. And today it doesn't even matter. Everybody knows that these people are lying to them, but they still promote them, still support them, still give them money, still vote for them, still put them into office. You can't tell me that there's anybody in the United States of America that doesn't understand that a politician, when he's talking to one group, is lying to them, and he goes down to the group that opposes that group he just finished talking to and tells them what they want to hear and lies to them also. Everybody knows it. Nobody seems to care. The conspiracy was well designed to play a